All right, Shalom. For the foremost, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, to our occupants across the globe, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is our Dianawa from the GMS Chicago camp with a sit down, and we're going to hop into it. Um, I was at work, I get a lot of my sit downs, topics for my sit downs at work, and also amongst from the brothers in the group me. But for some reason, the Lord put this on my on my mind about smoke and mirrors, and I'm gonna do a Lord willing, the Spirit allow. I'm gonna do another one, all right, pertaining to Esau, but this one is pertaining to Jake, okay? And this is a smoke and mirrors is a saying that they use, uh, in the world to describe, I don't think gonna happen to it. The smoke and mirrors is a phrase, all right? It says the obscuring or embellishing of the truth of a situation with misleading or irrelevant information. Okay? Alright? Um, so it says the obscuring or embellishing of the truth of a situation with misleading or irrelevant information. So us being brothers in this truth, alright, we want to be men of the Lord. We think we're men of the Lord. But are we obscuring or embellishing of the truth about the things that we're doing? Or about the situations that have led us on this path? So I'm gonna hop into a couple of precepts, and just Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. Um, it's Timothy 2:15. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." Now, are you really studying to show yourself approved? Are you rightly dividing the word of truth? Because we know, brothers know who've been around a while, all right? We know when we get younger brothers coming in and on the other side of the line, or brothers who are across the line and enter into the camp, the Spirit always picks you out. The spotlight is always on somebody, man. Okay? Whether you're bullshitting or whether you may be one that the Lord put on the fast track of understanding. But the thing about this is, are you using smoke and mirrors just to get by? Alright? Are you embellishing the truth or misleading brothers? Okay? Let me see. Okay? Because us being in the truth, we got to understand that we got to put ourselves all out there, man. All right? We got to put ourselves on front street, so to speak. Okay? So what we're doing, we're being transparent. All right? We're not using any gimmicks. We're not using the sleight of hand, craftiness, witchcraft to persuade or to trick or to deceive brothers to thinking that we're something that we're not. Okay? My phone is super slow. That's why it's pretty embarrassing doing this. But I'm gonna go on to the next precept to this loads. All right, this is Matthew 12 and 33. Matthew 12 and 33. It says, "Either make the tree good and its fruit good, Or else makes the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit. All right. So the Spirit is gonna pick you off and let us know through the Spirit if you're bullshitting or not, man. Okay. All right. Here go the definition for smoke and mirrors in the Cambridge English Dictionary. Something that is described as smoke and mirrors is intended to make you believe that something is being done or is true when it is not. Okay? So, and that goes back into showing yourself approved. If you're really doing this work, and you're really being sincere, and you're being diligent, and you're studying on your own time, you're being profitable into yourself, it's going to show, man. Okay? All right? Brothers coming into the truth, and even older brothers, we got to be more circumspect about the things that we're portraying, because for me, for instance, I'm just now really getting a good grasp on the Hebrew, so to speak, man. When I say a good grasp, knowing the basic prayers, the curses, all right. So we don't want to be um, uh, uh, misleading or misrepresenting ourselves to the Lord or to the Akim, man. Okay? We don't want to make. We don't want to make. We're not trying to make nobody believe that we're doing something that we're not. Because trust me, it's going to get called out, man. All right? This is Matthew 12 and 33. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit. So if you're being diligent, you're doing the work of the Lord, you're studying, you're practicing the Hebrew, and if you're really doing the things that you say that you are doing, it's going to show. Okay? We're going to see the growth. We're going to see the fervency of the Spirit. Okay? The Spirit doesn't lie. We're always going to, we're always going to be able to tell who's dealing and who isn't, man. All right? This is Proverbs 23 and 12. It says, apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Okay? So if you're truly applying your mind to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, it's going to show. If you're truly reading the scriptures and you're really understanding the scriptures, really it's about understanding. You're going to know how to act amongst the brethren. You're going to know how to talk amongst the brethren. You're going to know how to move and to deal accordingly as a man of the Lord. Okay? It says, apply thine heart unto instruction. So you actually got to do the work. Okay? You just can't sit here and go to class amongst the brothers, go to camp, okay, and think that you're going to get by when you're not reading at home, you're not praying at home, you're not watching videos, you're not looking up words, you're not studying over your notes, okay? All right, because part of the truth, a majority of the truth is application, man. But to get to application, you got to apply your heart to instruction, man. It says, apply thy heart unto instruction and thine ears to the words of knowledge, man. So are you really listening to the word of the Lord? Are you listening to the Akim that are around you who are seeing shortcomings in you that that shouldn't be there based on the time that you've been in the truth? Are you taking into consideration that these are the mouthpieces of the Lord, and that they're giving you correction and reproof and rebuke out of love? Okay? Or are you just using smoke and mirrors? You want people to believe that you're something that you're not, man. Get to Apocrypha real quick. Sirach 6 and 32. It says, "My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. If thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent, man." Okay? So if you really want to be taught, if you're really applying yourself, it's going to show. You're going to be that workman that needed not to be ashamed, man. Why? Because you're rightly dividing the word of truth. All right? We don't want to use the big, we don't want to use the beard. We don't want to use our garments. We don't want to use the Hebrew language, Salakia, Tawada, Shalawam, as as smoke and mirrors, man, as tools to deceive the men of the Lord. Okay? If thou lovest to hear, thou shalt receive understanding, and if thou bound thy ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. Okay? So brothers know through the Spirit if you're dealing. Okay, we're checking, we here in GMS Chicago, we got a camp group meet, which each, we got, seven, I believe 7 or 8 different small camps within our camp. And each one of our camps, we have our personal group meet, a camp group meet for those particular camps. And there's tests, there's questions, there's heavy edification and dealing going on. And Jake, or I can see how many say that, like, the brothers are watching and they're seeing who's being diligent, who's answering the questions, who's taking the tests, who's being active in the truth. Or you just using your Hebrew name, all right, to get by. Being deceptive, all right. It says, be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let none of the parables of understanding escape thee. If thou seest a man of understanding, give thee betimes unto him, let thy foot wear the steps of his door. So brothers are going around and we ask questions about certain brothers, man. How this brother doing? What's his spirit like? Well, this is what I observe when I watch him. This is what I see when I hear him teach. Is the brother growing? Is the brother doing the necessary things that's edifying and helping the body to develop and to grow and to mature in this truth? Or just using the other brothers around them as a cloak for their shortcomings, or as a cloak for their non-productiveness, man. Okay? In 2 Peter, Second Peter 1 and 4. It says, "Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust." Okay? So here we are, being invited to this being invited to this feast, being invited to the supper of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, being invited to the table, to the inner circle of the Lord. Okay? be partakers of the divine nature. What's that? Being holy, unblameable, all right? Having escaped the corruption that is in the world. What's that corruption, man? Going off, all right? Verse 5. And besides this is the point. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So if you're striving to attain these things, if you are adding these things daily into your character, into your being, then we gonna know the fruits of your labor, man. We will see the change in your attitude, your behavior, the advancement in your teachings, in your speakings, the growth in your sit downs. Okay? Not just going along to get along, man. And I'm going to say this. Sometimes it's good for brothers to do videos alone, man. So you could be in your own vibration. So you could be through the spirit, stay on track and stay on topic. So brother can see your maturity and your growth, man. Not just using other brothers to be around so you can ride the coattails, man. All right? Not using the smoke and mirrors technique, Akim. Verse 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off, and hath forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore that rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if ye do these things, ye shall never fail. Okay? So if you're doing the things necessary for salvation, if you're doing the things that are daily, that are building up your spirit, building up your growth, it's going to show. It's an old saying. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time, man. Okay? So we're gonna, we would, through the Spirit, we would know the tree by its fruit. Garbage in, garbage out. So if you put nothing in, we're gonna see that you get nothing out. If you're being slacking, or slothful, negligent, these things are gonna show. And when they show, and brothers, if you've been warned, and the hammer comes down, you can't say you wasn't warned, man. All right? This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 13. It says, I'm going to start at 8. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. So if you're using smoke and mirrors to be deceptive, and you're gonna get a deceptive reward. All right. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me, as a wise master builder. I have laid the foundation, and another man buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahweh Shai. Now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, or stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, so as by fire. Okay? So if you're being deceptive, if you're using smoke and mirrors, wanting to brothers to believe that you're something that you're not, or portraying an image of something that you're not, okay? Because, hey, Akim, there's always a brother to put, and the Lord is always around to put you in your place, man. Okay? If you are truly learning and building upon the foundation, you're going to build upon it the same way everybody else is building upon it. By being diligent, by being brotherly, kindly affectionate, searching the scriptures, going above and beyond the measure or standard that's been set. We're not here to use the smoke and mirrors technique, okay? You're going to end on this. Smoke and mirrors definition in the Cambridge English Library Dictionary. Something as described as smoke and mirrors is intended to make you believe that something is being done or is true when it is not. Okay? So, brother asking if you're reading, are you studying? Okay, because like here in GMS, the foundation is your first 5 books. Some say the first books up until Joshua. Okay? So if you say you didn't read your foundation and you can't down Deuteronomy 28 and 68, then there's a problem, man. Okay? Don't get caught lacking, man. Don't be don't make don't make the truth, don't make yourself to be something that you're not, man. So with that, I want to say Kah Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.